I'm going to bring in MS Now national reporter David Noriega and former U.S. ambassador to NATO, Ambassador Ivo Daalder. Good to see you both this afternoon. David, I'll begin with you. What do we know right now about Southern Command's latest strikes and the Coast Guard's search for these potential survivors?
Well, according to Southcom's post on this attack, they said that they targeted a convoy of 3 boats without, as you pointed out, specifying where these boats were. They also specified with some degree of detail that although all the people aboard the first boat that was struck were killed, other people aboard the remaining 2 boats got off of those boats and swam away, distanced themselves from the vessels before the remaining 2 boats were struck. Now, we also know that the Coast Guard, the U.S. Coast Guard, which has been working with military forces, with Pentagon forces in these operations as part of what the Defense Department has called Operation Southern Spear, has been working alongside Pentagon forces. The U.S. Coast Guard said that it is searching for survivors. One reason this is very interesting and unusual, Antonia, is because if the U.S. Coast Guard does in fact recover any living survivors of this strike, it is the first time that we will see the U.S. government in custody of living people participating in one of these boats that the U.S. government alleges are drug boats without ever actually providing any evidence. Up until this point, the U.S. government has argued that these people are combatants, which is why they say it is legal for them to kill them in this way with strikes from the air. If these people are in U.S. custody, it will be very interesting to see how they are treated legally. Are they treated as combatants, or are they treated as narcotic smugglers and processed through the U.S. legal system? That is a huge question that I'm going to be paying very close attention to, Antonio.
Ivo, as all of this escalates with, it feels like, new strikes day after day and mounting legal questions and concerns, reporting from places like the New York Times that there are bodies washing up on beaches, and in some cases frightening people in other countries like Colombia. I'm curious how you think this is all changing our relationships and our perception abroad.
Yeah, I think this is a very important question. Clearly, what the United States is engaged in are illegal acts. It is international murder for all practical purposes. There is a concocted idea that these are combatants, that we are somehow at war with drug cartels, which we have declared foreign terrorist organizations, in order to create a legal fig leaf. But it's a fig leaf that no one in the United States, let alone anywhere else, really believes. This is a rogue set of actions that is designed to now have killed 115 people, and the rest of the world is looking at this and is calling it what it is, which is the kind of rogue action that we usually condemn in other countries. And what is particularly important is that in our own hemisphere, in the Caribbean and in South America and in Latin America more generally, people are looking at the United States not as an ally or a friend or a savior, but increasingly as an enemy, as a dangerous power that is trying to not only dominate the hemisphere, as the national security strategy that was published last month put it, but actually acting as if it can do so with impunity, and that's hurting the United States image. It's hurting the United States' ability to get people to do what we would like them to do. It is hurting our legitimacy around the world, and ultimately, it will hurt our own ability to get things done. And that's presumably what this is all about.
David, you have extensive experience traveling and reporting in Latin America. What have you seen in terms of the reaction, the way in which people are processing, strategizing, and preparing around all this? I'm curious in particular for countries in Latin America, like Cuba, that have had also strained relationships with this country, with the United States, how they view this and what they may be doing in response.
Yeah. Antonia, it's a very rich question, and I think it depends on who exactly you're talking to. So a lot, I mean, I can tell you that people in the Colombia-Venezuela borderlands, which is where a lot of the drug production and drug smuggling that is ostensibly being targeted in the strikes is concentrated, have been sort of bracing themselves for the possibility of escalation in attacks on land after Donald Trump revealed what appears to have been a CIA drone strike on a facility along the Venezuelan coastline. There are a lot of rumors flying around, a lot of misinformation, and a lot of fear. And I should say also that people in this region already understand the United States to be behind what has been a essentially failed drug war over the course of many decades. So this is, it's definitely new, but it is in some ways an escalation of a failed policy that has already been in place for a long time and that is perceived as such by many locals on the ground, Antonia.